सौंप कर सब चिंता फिकर, देह दुनिया से हम हो गए बेखबर। खिवैया मेरी नैया तेरे हवाले, तेरे हवाले। चले हम उधर, ले चले तुम जिधर, देह दुनिया से हम हो गए बेखबर। खिवैया मेरी नैया तेरे हवाले, तेरे हवाले। ये सौंप कर सब चिंता फिकर, देह दुनिया से हम हो गए बेखबर। सोचूं भी क्या सोचने से भी पहले, बन जाते काम मेरे करने से पहले। ओ सोचूं भी क्या सोचने से भी पहले, बन जाते काम मेरे करने से पहले, बन जाते काम मेरे करने से पहले। ऐ खुदा दोस्त तारीफ क्या मैं करूं, ऐ खुदा दोस्त तारीफ क्या मैं करूं। ये सब है तेरी खूबियों का असर। खिवैया मेरी नैया तेरे हवाले, तेरे हवाले। चले हम उधर, ले चले तुम जिधर, देह दुनिया से हो गए बेखबर।
Om Shanti. Good evening, all Asians and Australians. As you know, the topic for this evening is preparations for constant stage of yoga and power of Sakash. So let's think about how to prepare for constant yoga stage. Constant yogi stage, or 16 to 17, 18 hours yoga, will be possible only in the end. But we can start preparing for it now itself. And the first and foremost step is being soul conscious all the time. That is the basis for powerful yoga and constant yoga. And Baba is drawing our attention all the time. Be soul conscious, consider yourself a soul, be bodiless, be angel, etc. Second is remain introvert and check our thoughts and give full stop to waste negative, impure thoughts. Third main thing is maintain complete purity in thoughts, words, and actions, because that is also very important for our stage of yoga. And next is follow Srimad accurately. What I understand is other things we follow, Amritvela, some people might be keeping chart, or soul consciousness, introvert, karma yogi stage, etc. But Brahmins are weak in eating pure sattvic diet. Most Brahmins, especially Asians, are used to hot foods, lots of chilies. Some Brahmins have weakness and eat ice cream prepared outside without checking whether it has got renin or not, and biscuits, cakes, etc. from the shop. Recently, I have circulated a small video of how can I be vegetarian, which most of the NCs and some of the CCs also might have received. That, like potato chips, even jam, etc., has some non-vegetarian content. So we have to check thoroughly whether there is anything non-vegetarian. And for being constant yogi, Baba has given today's Murli very appropriate blessing. Experience all relationship to be constant yogi and easy yogi. Experience different relationship all the time and be easy yogi. Baba is bound to fulfill the responsibility of all relationships in entire Kalpa. Only now we can receive mind of experiences. That is why take cooperation of all relationships and be a constant yogi and an easy yogi. Then you can remain beyond everything or uparam of this Kal-yugi atmosphere. Unfortunately, even after 58 years of jnana and yoga, I find my mind wanders around during meditation. So, first, we should focus on having constant yoga whilst sitting in yoga, because most of us may be sitting yoga per day 3 to 4 hours. I have got one brother here in Gyan Sarovar who gives me chart every month, and he has sitting yoga 5 to 6 hours. Now, talking about power of Sakash. We usually spread vibration of peace to the world during World Meditation Hour on third Sunday of month. And during Million Minutes of Peace project, we found Brahmins, and we had inspired public also to have count of peaceful moment, whether meditating, praying, or peaceful thoughts, positive thoughts. And we found so many wars in the world had stopped during those 1 month. Secondly, whenever someone senior or any BK from our center is sick, what we do is give yoga donation or Sakash. Dadi Janki says, I am moving forward because of my efforts, Baba's blessings, and family's blessing. So, the yoga power and blessings help souls to move forward. And my experience is sometimes there are sick Brahmin around Asia, Australia, and some of them request me to give Sakash to her or him, and I give Sakash from wherever I am, and in return, that sick person has reported that she is feeling much better. So I have seen the power of Sakash helping the world and the sick people. Now the questions I have been asked are: sitting in yoga for long hours continuously is a big challenge for many Brahmins. What kind of preparation we have to do? So general preparations I have already told, So if someone is finding difficult to sit for a long time, I would advise then in between that Brahman can move around rather than sitting in one place, walk, study morally, write experiences and churnings. Second question is, when dadis were in 14 years in tapasya, how were their daily timetables? In reply, I am sorry, I haven't inquired anyone as what was their timetable. So whatever I will share is, I assume they were determined and used to sit for long hours. And in 14 years, there was always a group of now and again yogis who used to have yoga tapasya for 7 days or something. They used to isolate themselves for a few days. And even some of the yogis, they are keeping themselves isolated in a room for a few days. And that's why they were able to do it. They didn't have any other responsibility. And they were completely detached from Lokik family and Lokik possessions. So their renunciation, their disinterest in the old world helped them to have deep, powerful, and constant yoga. At the moment, next question is, in Madhuban, during this lockdown, how is the timetable for Madhuban residents? And how is Didi's timetable in making intense efforts for constant stage? During this lockdown, Madhuban, यानी Shantivan, Pandavav, and Gyan Sarovars, they had silence bhattis. In Shantivan, they had 5 groups who were having tapasya, each group for 3-4 days. And as in India, they have classes as well as meditation, commentary, etc. In Gyan Sarovar also, there are a group who had prepared training section room number 7 for 3 months, and different souls used to come and meditate from morning 3:30 to night 10 p.m. Most of the people used to sit for 1 hour, 2 hours, etc. But some of them used to sit daily 3 hours or more, and they had 2 hours constant yoga. And I asked one of them his experience, and he said he had 2 hours constant yoga without any difficulty. He was never tired, and he really enjoyed those 3 hours of meditation per day, sitting meditation. Next question is, sometime, even though we have lot of free time to do yoga or chanting, but there is lack of interest. How to come out from this lack of interest, zeal, and enthusiasm? If there is lack of zeal and enthusiasm or interest, I would suggest create fear for Dharamraj. Even in bhakti, what they do is create the fear for God, to remember God. And check, do I want to suffer punishment in future? Because if I don't absolve my past sins and change my sanskars, naturally I would suffer in the future of this life, or will have punishment in Dharamrajpuri. Do I want to suffer in future? Then, if I don't want to suffer, I must have powerful yoga. Next question is, some people have the practice of sitting in yoga for a long time, but half of the time they doze off and looking here and there. What kind of practice they have to include so they can improve the quality of pilgrimage of remembrance? It is very essential to be alert. So pay attention that I am alert. And as I mentioned before, if someone is feeling dozy, they should, rather than keeping sitting over there, walk around and start reading or writing. And if there are people around in meditation or around them in their house, tell them to shake them, and now and again check them and alert them. So I have to be proactive and let others check on me. Next question is, sometimes when we sit in yoga, suddenly we get very good experience. And there is so much pull from Baba. It is not all the time. No preparation, but suddenly it happens. What's the reason? Is it Baba is remembering me? Baba doesn't need to remember anyone. But it is the good fortune of the soul that Baba gives such experience. Just as some people's intellect is pulled in trance during meditation, it's a good fortune. Same thing if somebody has powerful experience. It's good fortune, and maybe the soul has done some good charitable karma. Next time, sometime when we sit in yoga, there are bad vibrations or dry feeling or sorrowful waves comes and disturbs. What are the reasons? It's the opposite of previous one. The vikarma of that soul will create such vibrations and disturbance. Because some souls are carrying the burden of responsibility, vikarma, or they have attachment to someone or something, and that's why there is disturbance. Next question is, how Brahma Baba made preparations and practice constant yoga. How did he give powerful sakash to his sick uncle, Kaka Mulchan? Unfortunately, I read Baba's biography long time ago, and I don't remember Brahma Baba's efforts. You can read the biography, the Hindi biography of Brahma Baba is thorough and in detail. So read it. But I remember, even in bhakti, when his mind used to wander, Dada Lekhraj used to pinch himself, and in yajna, in early days, the sisters or our dadis who used to feel sleepy, what they used to do is put mustard oil in the eyes to keep awake, or spray little bit chili powder to keep awake, because then eyes starts burning and sleep. And also, I don't remember whether he used to give sakash to his uncle. Next question is, as times are very delicate, and Baba wants us to be powerful by having powerful Amrit Vela, should we now review and make it more stringent, all our BK timetable and diet? Definitely, we have to be strict with ourselves. I don't think we should make timetable for everybody or make it mandatory. Everything in Brahman life is voluntary. So the soul should be determined to go fast and pay attention, be alert, and have proper diet, as I mentioned before. So today's time is delicate, and day by day it's going to become worse. And Baba has already warned us, there will be natural calamities, civil war, atomic war. We will find difficult to have enough food, pure water, pure air, and there will be rivers of blood flowing everywhere, chaos everywhere, cry of distress everywhere. So we have to be ready for that. Next question is, balanced yogi lifestyle is now a challenge for many BKs. Since the world is going through very bad negative atmosphere, affecting millions of weak souls, how will be our preparation and practice should be like whilst being a karma yogi? Because at the moment we need intense efforts, attention to our thoughts, words, actions, checking them, and having powerful meditation to be Master Almighty Authority. That's our aim. And have control over thoughts and sense organs, that we are able to give full stop anytime we are able to guide our mind wherever we want. If I want to take my mind to subtle region, it should not take long, immediately. If I want to take my mind to the soul world, it should be immediately. Because last paper will be of second. If I take few minutes, I will fail. Next question is, how does bondages of karma breaks? While building relationships for service, give some preparation and practice for this. So bondage will break with yoga, and because we are karma yogis, we had to break our all karmic bondages. So when we are doing service, we receive blessings from those who are receiving happiness and some benefit because we are serving. So we are accumulating charitable karma and nullifying our sinful karma. So that helps in cutting our karmic bondages. Next question is, sleep, dreams, and unfulfilled desires. How are they connected to practices of constant yoga? If there are unfulfilled desires, I am afraid there will not be deep or constant yoga. With constant yoga, sleep will be light and there will not be dreams. Next question is, how best to use our accumulated yoga power for Sakash? Share your experience. I usually, during evening yoga, give Sakash to the souls who are suffering because of sickness or any other reason. So, as I mentioned before, one of the questions, it helps the souls and they share their experience that they got benefit. They could see my Shakas's help. Next question is, practically, how did Dadi Prakashmani took help of all relationship with Baba while taking responsibility of whole yajna? And what lessons could we learn from Dadi Prakashmani? Dadi Prakashmani, right from beginning, she had all relationships with Baba. Like Bap Dada was her whole world. And once we asked Dadi Ji, how come you are so light and cheerful? Whether we see you in the morning, or whether we see you at night, or whenever we see you, you are cheerful. You have to have such a big responsibility of not only yajna, but all the Brahmins around, at least India, and some Brahmins, right, from overseas also their problem. And Dadi said that I am always aware that this is Baba's yajna, Baba's responsibility. I am just instrument. And so, whenever she used to put her head on pillow at night, within few minutes, she would go to sleep. So, keep instrument consciousness. Remain light, and you will be happy. Next question is, what is the best way to face situations that come to us suddenly? Naturally, to face situation, we need power to face. And that we will get through yoga. Also, when we consider I am under the canopy of Baba, I feel safe and protected. Keep awareness whilst going around. I am Shiv Shakti. Shiv Baba is combined with me. So just as if a policeman with gun is walking with us, how safe we feel. Because there will be definitely situations to be faced in our life, but it becomes easy. Next question is, during this COVID-19 crisis, what steps should we take as Brahmins to give peace to our surroundings? We have to remain peaceful, stable, unshakable, and fearless. Not allow fear. If I get caught by corona, what will happen, etc. And in the evening, sweat vibration of peace as we do during World Meditation Hour. Or whenever you have time, Amrit Vela, I think we should keep it the yoga for ourselves to absolve our vikarma, gain power, change our sanskar. So for ourselves, Amrit Vela, rest of the time, spread vibration to the world. Next question is how to be stable in a constant stage when we are in the presence of someone whose mood changes drastically from time to time. If some moody person is around us, don't get irritated or upset or angry, but give that soul donation of yoga. Have good wishes and pure feelings, and see their face, but don't see. Baba says, don't see evil. Don't talk about it to anyone. And don't allow any negative thoughts. Don't allow any fear. Next question is, at the end, how to give stability to those who panic during destruction. So in the end, because by that time all BKs will be very powerful, Bap Sama. So our stability and peaceful, powerful vibration will help everybody around. And Baba says, you will have angelic stage. You will be vision of protection, their special deities, and their desire of drop of peace, happiness, love, mercy will be fulfilled. Next question is, what preparation do we have to make ourselves to be worthy of giving sakash? To give sakash to others, my yoga should be very powerful. My connection with Baba, my love for Baba, my relationship with Baba should be very good. And I should have good wishes, benevolent feeling for all human beings. Now, last two questions. Somebody is asking, how does she divide her time up? Who is she? Do you mean me? If that, I don't divide my time when I'm sitting for yoga or tapasya. I don't plan to spend time in different stages or 5 forms. I usually spend my most of the time in seed stage, or in the evening, as I mentioned, I send Sakash to the world, or Sikh, or those Brahmins who have some problem. Again, last question is asked, does she always aim for the seed stage, or does she also practice the angelic stage as well? So if it is me, yes. During yoga, I aim to have seed stage. Sometimes angelic stage, or sometimes visualization, especially when I had hemolytic anemia, as I have mentioned sometimes in some of the classes. During that, I knew my bone marrow, my WBC and RBCs were not functioning properly. At that time, I used to have visualization therapy. I used to send powerful yoga vibrations to my bone marrow and blood, so that they acted properly and not destroy each other. Otherwise, my WBC, who are supposed to protect me, were attacking my RBC, and my hemoglobin was low. So I used to have visualization therapy and give laser beams of yoga to my bone marrow. Om Shanti. Now, the questions that you have asked. So today, as you were told, Sna was going to go to Abu Dhabi. And before going to Abu Dhabi, she had to do corona test. And unfortunately, she was corona positive. So she is now admitted or isolated around one house in around Global Hospital. So that's today that Sona is having corona positive. So Manju Ben is with me to help with your questions. So Manju Ben, what are the questions?
This is a question from Leela Balan. Why is easy way? What is the easy way to achieve 100% purity in thoughts, words, and action? Easy way to achieve 100% purity.
Nothing is easy. Though Baba says easy jnana, easy yoga, but sometimes he says Maya attacks you in yoga. So Maya is ever ready to attack us, and so to achieve complete purity, I need to have powerful yoga. Check myself, because we have to check our chart honestly and constantly, Because our mind is very active. All the time thinking, thinking, thinking. In the early days, Baba used to say, okay, doesn't matter what type of thoughts you have. But nowadays, Baba says, you should not have negative thoughts, waste thoughts. You should not be impressed. No subtle vices. So first and foremost, I should be knowledgeful about the subtle vices. Because gross vices we know. But subtle form of desires, that is greed, or being impressed, being attracted, being familiar, and subtle form of ego, anger, attachment, greed, lust, laziness, carelessness, animosity. All I should know thoroughly and check myself. And through yoga power and determination, transform them. Because sometimes we are not honest. If someone points out our weakness, we say, yeah, I know how powerful you are. You have done this, you have done that, you are doing this, you are doing that. So we point out their weakness rather than admitting about our weakness. And that's what now we have to pay attention. I should know myself and determine to change myself with yoga power.
This is a question, I think, from Thailand. I suppose if any BK has to go through medical checkup, and prior to medical checkup, they have to follow some strict diet. So, can they eat boiled egg?
Can they?
Eat boiled egg. If
Boiled
any BK,
egg? I would advise not to eat boiled eggs, onion, garlic, whichever is tamasic food, whatever the reason. Personally, if I am advised, I will never take.
She specifically mentions if they have to go through the medical test like cancer, colon test.
That's fine. Even if there is cancer, I would not go to have such test, because I remember one of the Australian BK, he had cancer of colon, the last part of big intestine, and he decided he didn't even want to have chemotherapy or radiotherapy.
Okay.
We have to die. Somehow we have to die. Why not die? Following our strict diet. It's not a big deal. Cancer is a killer disease. No treatment, or especially when you have reached 3rd stage, 4th stage, very few chances of survival.
This is question from Sister Rose from China. She says, nice to see you, Didi. Can you explain what is the meaning of unlimited seva, unlimited attitude?
Unlimited service and mind. Baba, Baba all the time. Baba's service. Baba's children. Baba's center. So whether it is my country, my center, all this I and mine is completely unknown in unlimited service.
If that is so, then why Yagya needs to have different region coordinator, national coordinator? Is this important for every Brahmin to understand and follow?
To make administration easy, so that the nation is coordinated, because in every nation there are many states, many centers. So each center is coordinated by center coordinator, so that they are having sole responsibility of that nitty-gritty activities of that center. So for admin purpose, it's very essential to know
Bless you.
the duty of each one, whether it's a Brahman, whether it's a center-vasis, center coordinator, national coordinator, regional coordinator, all of them have their own responsibility, and when it is known and done properly, that center is run properly, and the result is success.
This is a question from Tajender Kaur. And her question is, if any mother who is new in Gyan, like 6 or 11 months in Gyan, and she's enough and she asks direct questions, how to deal her. Like, say for example, why this person is given chance in seva, why not this person, managing programs in center, why this group is given the chance, why that mother is not given the chance, being a student or center-vasi. So how to reduce that mother asking further questions? Can I take the form of Dharamraj? Can I be strict with her? So how to handle this situation?
So this mother is asking question.
Yes, she's new in Gyan.
Never be Dharmaraj. Answer them lovefully that we are using our discerning power to decide whom to give, when to give, how much to give. That's our responsibility, decision. So give the answer sweetly, but share that you are authorized to do that.
This is a question from Yarshini Kalai Selvan. Om Shanti Didi. What to be done if there are a bunch of souls sleeping daily in Baba's room? Because of them, others couldn't sit in Baba's room since the room is very small. So kindly advise.
They sit always.
They sleep. They sit and sleep in Baba's room. And since Baba's room is very small, what to do. Others cannot come and, do yoga. So what do you advise?
The center in charge should tell that person sweetly, just as here in Pandav Bhavan Madhuban. It's a rule that at Amrit Vela, nobody should be sitting more than 5-10 minutes. Same thing in centers also, where there is small Baba's room. The center in charge should announce in class that nobody should sit more than 10 minutes or half an hour. And center in charge or somebody from center should keep an eye on that soul who is sitting long time and sleeping in Baba's room, and tell her to go out.
This is a question from Kalaivati Raghavan. Didi, I am a vegetarian for past 15 years, but now I am a BK. But I continue cooking non-vegetarian for my family. How will this affect my meditation?
Main thing is whoever cooks, whoever buys, non-vegetarian, whoever
Eats.
rinses the vessels of non-vegetarian cooking will have part of vikarma on their head. So it's you are doing vikarma. So naturally, those who have burden of vikarma will not have deep yoga. And so, with yukti, you have to give that responsibility to other member of the family who want to eat. Because I remember in Australia, there was a mother, and she had 2 children. The boy was 13, the girl was 11, and husband was not in Gyan. So 3 of them non-vegetarian, and this mother in Gyan. So what she did, she taught her boy of 13 how to do cooking.
Okay.
And so he used to do cooking. In Philippines, most of them have maids. So maids do the cooking. In Malaysia, there are many shops,
They can go.
and many people are used to eat outside. So you can advise your family according to their situation.
This question is from Arpita Patel. You just talked about giving sakash. So she's asking, Didi, how do you give particular sakash to a particular person? Can you explain a bit more, please? And what do you do to give sakash?
What you do?
What do you do?
Because when I know particular soul in my zone is very sick, during evening meditation, though I am remembering Baba, I have in my mind thought that this yoga power should reach that person. So I have in mind that person, but my main connection is with Baba, because it's Baba who will help, not me. So I request Baba that this yoga power should help that soul.
This is from Julina. Om Shanti Didi. I used to be in a profession handling guns. Shooting guns. Police, yes. And have to shoot criminals. Now I am in a spiritual journey with BKs. At times when I see someone doing things wrong, how can I be tolerant? She's in
criminal is in
she
front
used
of
to
her.
she used to shoot criminals.
But now she's still in the same job.
Well, she didn't mention that. Now she's a BK. When somebody doing wrong things, she says, how can I tolerate?
Doing wrong activities.
Yes. How can I be tolerant?
She is not talking about shooting, but
how can I be tolerant?
she's not tolerating.
Yeah.
Main thing is if you are not tolerating, it means you are upset. Why should you lose your peace? Because he's doing wrong. And that's why have good wishes and pure feelings for those who are doing wrong things.
But when she is in charge of handling the situation,
it's all right. You can sweetly talk about it. She could sweetly tell what is the right thing to do.
okay.
Lovefully, not with authority. Because if you have authority and ego, that person will react. So we have to see not to give sorrow to that person. We have benevolent feeling to uplift that soul. And we use yoga power, pure feeling, and good wishes to transform that soul. Because Baba says, you are world benefactor, world transformer, so why can't we transform those
person.
people around us?
This is from Aarti. Her question is, Didi, I find myself sometimes very nice to the souls in the center. Very nice, very good to the souls in the center. And sometimes I tend to be very cold and have waste thoughts for them. So how can I change myself to have constant good wishes no matter what to all the souls?
Main thing, create powerful, loveful relationship with Baba. If I have been receiving love from Baba, I will be loveful. And more I am loveful, I will be loveful all the time. So, even if you don't have good feeling for that soul, I suggest, at least Baba says, no, sometimes he shows superficial love. Sometimes he has real love from depth of his heart. So that's what we have to see, that everybody should feel that I love them. So my superficial or deep love should be there, and that should be felt by everybody.
This is from Ranjula Sharma. Didiji, I have great news to share. My great close friend has cancer and met her after a long time, after lockdown, and guess what? She's very positive and having great result.
She is positive, and I have?
She is positive and have, great results.
I have?
Great result.
Great
Results, yeah. She's positive, she's very positive and having great results because she's positive maybe.
That's good news. Thanks, Ranjula, for sharing good news.
This is Florence. Family members bake vegan products for me to be able to eat. Justify she used to machine and no handling becomes instant, and so I decline becoming negativity. What is your advice?
Can I have the question in front of me?
Okay, the last one.
Family members begs vegan products for me to be able to eat. Justifies she uses machine and not handling. Becomes insistent, and as I decline becomes source of negativity. What is your advice? If your family member is detached from you and you receive pure vibrations from that family member, then you give yoga power. Whilst before eating, you give drishti and give yoga power. And definitely that soul will be happy and you will have nice cooked food. Any more?
Well, this is a bit complicated question. Maybe you wanted to read.
Picture. Questions over? Yeah. When I give drishti to new student and I felt the subtleties, it was completely dark, black, and her face disappeared, then changed from face into another face and another face for the whole 30 minutes. उसके बाद का भी इसका ही है. When I asked her what did she see, and she said she saw my face disappeared and only saw white light. It was the most powerful experience. When I saw her face kept changing. The thing is, I remember once I was leading meditation in one program, public program in Brisbane. Same thing happened, that at the end, when one of the new participants shared his experience of meditation, He said that within 5 minutes of meditation, he saw my 30 different faces, like slideshow, no? One after another, one after another, and after another. And then they were mostly European people.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, it may be your past births.
Okay.
Because if it were my past birth, he would have seen Indian faces. I said, I'm sure I wouldn't have taken so many births in
West.
UK or America for past births. So the thing is, when sometimes people see our faces changing, it's either their past birth or our past birth. And when you have powerful yoga, people see that your face disappear, there is a lot of light. And that's what I have heard the experience of many. During meditation, even public program, they say, oh, your face disappeared and there was only white light, or your face disappeared and this appeared. So the thing is, as I become bodiless, my face disappeared to those who are taking drishti. So that's common experience.
The last question is, Rajan Raju, my question is how to advise a Lokik person who does meditation daily and attend outreach meditation services. So how do you explain to them what is Amrit Vela, what is meditation? He's a Lokik person.
And I just attends outreach program.
Outreach program, yeah.
Whoever is listening to our lecture, we have to just advise how we meditate and benefit of meditation. So whether they are naturally, when we are giving lecture to new souls, they are not Brahman, they are Lokiks. So our aim is to give them our experience, our way of meditation, why they should meditate and what are the benefits. So wherever we are giving talk, our aim should be like that.
Thank you.
Om Shanti and good night to some of you, because Australians must be having 9 o'clock now, or 9:30. And Asians also, somewhere 8:30, 8 o'clock, somewhere 7:30, etc. So good night and see you next Saturday. Om Shanti, and let us have few minutes powerful yoga.
प्रभु आपके यूं तो हम सारे पलकों में पलते बच्चे हैं, पर आपको वो बेहद प्यारे जो दिल के सच्चे सच्चे हैं।
प्रभु आपके यूं तो हम सारे पलकों में पलते
सच्चे सच्चे हैं। सच्चे दिल पर साहब राजी, हर श्रीमत पर कहे हाँ जी। एक बाबा तू जान कोई वादे के पक्के पक्के हैं।
प्रभु आपके यूं तो हम सारे पलकों में पलते बच्चे हैं, पर आपको वो बेहद प्यारे जो दिल के सच्चे सच्चे हैं।
प्रभु सत्य है, शिव है, सुंदर है, सच पर प्रभु प्यार निरंतर है। सांच को कोई आँच नहीं, खुशियों में नाचते रहते हैं।
प्रभु आपके यूं तो हम सारे पलकों में पलते बच्चे हैं, पर आपको वो बेहद प्यारे जो दिल के सच्चे सच्चे हैं।
ओम शांति।